Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today our group going to talk about the situation in Gaza. It's a complex issue that has been going on for a long time, over 75 years. The people there have faced a lot of suffering with violence, displacement and humanitarian problems happening again and again. Despite many efforts to bring peace, the conflict has not ended. We will also look at the basic 5W: who, what, when, where, why and how. So let's start with the first W, which is who. In the Gaza conflict, the who involved various groups. The first one is a Palestinian, and there is also Israeli government and military, international actors such as the UN, foreign government, and lastly is NGO and human rights groups. Next, we will talk about the what. In this context, the what refers to the ongoing conflict in Gaza, where ethnic cleansing is a major concern. This conflict has been happening for many years and involved dispute over land and security threat, which made things worse by causing suffering to many Palestinians, leading to more violence and people being forced to leave their home. Next, we will talk about when the event occurs.
Next, we will talk about when the war started. After World War I, the British took over Palestine, which was previously ruled by the Ottoman Empire. The inhabitants were mostly Arabs and some Jews. The conflict started when the British established a mandate over Palestine, which stated that Palestine is a Jewish national home while ensuring civil and religious rights to non-Jewish communities or Palestinians. After World War II, more Jewish people moved to Palestine to seek refuge from the Holocaust. This caused more conflicts as the Arabs were fighting back to reclaim their land. In 1947, the UN proposed a partition plan to separate Palestine into Jewish and Palestine states. The plan was accepted by Jewish but was rejected by the Arabs. Failing to find a solution, the British left and the Jewish leaders took over. Then, in 1948, the Jews declared the state of Israel. This then caused conflicts, which then led to the Arab-Israeli War or Nakba from 1948 until 1949. Next, we will look into where the war took place.
In this video, I will explain where is Palestine is located. Palestine is officially the country of Palestine, which in Arabic is Filastin or Daulat Filastin. It is located in the eastern Mediterranean region, namely the Gaza Strip, which is along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, and the West Bank, which is west of the Jordan River, and also some parts of modern Israel. This region is also known as the Holy Land and is populated by Muslim, Jews, and also Christians. Next, we will see why they want to compete by claiming land, especially in the Gaza Strip and also the West Bank.
Okay, the why of the conflict between Israel and Palestine is Israel competing claim to the land, particularly in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. It all started when a European power promised the Zionist movement a country, which happens to be Palestine. The British facilitated a mass Jewish immigration to Palestine, which the Jews were fleeing Nazism in Europe. Palestinians were alarmed by their country changing demographic and confiscation of their lands to be handed over to Jewish settlers. They tried to retaliate but to no avail. Israel proclaimed their goal is to destroy Hamas, not about conquering fields and beaches in Gaza. To do that, the first step is to control the ground where Hamas operate, which happens to be Gaza City. Next up is how.
So now I will talk about how Israel invade Palestine. It comes from a Sykes-Picot agreement, which is made by two diplomats, Sir Mark Sykes and George Picot, representing Britain and France during World War I in May 1916. The purpose of the agreement was to divide the sphere of influence of the Ottoman Empire, which had been defeated at that time. And then the Balfour Declaration came, which is a short agreement issued by Britain in 1917, stating the intention to establish a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. Dr. Ilan Pape, from a small group of Zionist leaders and military commanders, met regularly on a weekly basis from February 1947 to February 1948 for a whole year, planning the ethnic cleansing of Palestine. They didn't decide about it in a day, but they had a weekly meeting, and each week they became more and more convinced that this was right way forward. Started from 1917, which is Jewish control, and then 1948, which is the Nakba happened, catastrophe in Arabic. 750,000 Palestinians expelled, and then until now Israel continue to invade Gaza, and the 7th October last year is not comes from a vacuum. It comes from this historical conflict between Gaza and Israel. So that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Happy Ramadan.